This is Arthur Omer of the Blacktitanic. Hit that like button, share and subscribe. Remember, eagles flies with eagles. All right now, hit the like button, share and subscribe. This is Arthur Omer, and remember, eagles fly with eagles.
Yeah, it's a lot of niggas hate, and I don't entertain it, but then we gotta give me more. If you don't want it like me, I can take, and I don't entertain it, but then we gotta give me more. If you don't want it like me, I can think about it in a day. I could be doing right now, I'm wasting my time. Try for you, but you gon' see this.
Good. Can I move this out the way? It's good to be home because we can focus on work, which is the one area in our life that we can agree on that doesn't turn into an argument. Hey, Richard.
Hey, Melody, how are you?
Richard is the lender that we're using to help us secure the loan for the comeback group.
And then once proper financing is completed, then we can start hiring subcontractors and get this show on the road.
How are you doing, my number one lender, VP over there? How you doing?
Good.
I like getting phone calls from you because that means you have some good news for us.
Well, I was telling you about the project we were looking at.
Yeah.
We've been trying to figure it out, but between y'all, I can't make the numbers work out. I can't make the numbers work out to do this full amount on both these houses. It looks like it's you and Martell on Hope and Hope, of course. And it looks like it's just Kenny on Scott, and it's just Letitia on Infinity.
Marsau and Maurice, they down there?
The applications they sent me just had Kenny.
She on Infinity, y'all. Infinity, this what she putting up, and y'all know about Infinity property, where Marsau said that it was such a mess till they put him in jail. That's how they run their property, y'all. That's what they put up as collateral. I'm gonna go back and see what they say Kimmy putting up.
Yeah.
We've been trying to figure it out, but between y'all, I can't make the numbers work out. I can't make the numbers work out to do this full amount on both these houses. It looks like it's you and Martell on Hope and Hope, of course. And it looks like it's just Kenny on Scott, and it's just Letitia on Infinity.
Marsau and Maurice, they down there?
The applications they sent me just had Kenny on Scott, and just had Letitia on Infinity.
Wow. And that's something they didn't share with us because it's supposed to be all six
of us. So we were like, with the 6 of us, we knew these numbers should work hands down because it's 6 of us. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Well,
I can't believe that.
All right. Well, we're shocked. Of course, the loan is going to be held up. Maurice and Kimmy's company, they just started. So that already isn't doing nothing for anything. Then you got Infinity Property. You know, they've done some things in the past or whatever, but I don't really know what they're doing now. So
but
I'm not.
Regardless of what they're doing, they're not strong enough to be on this loan with us. So I'm appalled that Marsau and Maurice aren't on the loan.
To me, it's a typical.
So now we're going to look into, they bringing Infinity Properties in, and Tammy going to bring Scott something in, he said. Scott's, but anyway, neither one of those companies have no clout. But I'm going back to the deposition. This is the background of these people. This is who they fooling with. All the many lawsuit people over and over and over suing them. But it's been established that there is no educational background. I think he said he went to a Turner School of Construction Management, but everything is, I don't know, I don't recall. So that don't really count. But let's just listen at this.
any of your companies? Yes, I believe. Okay, tell me was it a personal lawsuit or was
Okay, so let's go all the lawsuits.
All right, so there's certification. Okay, now is the Turner School of Construction Management, is that affiliated with Turner Construction Company? Yes. All right, well, we've gotten through education. We'll get into employment in a little bit, but have you ever been involved in a lawsuit before this one, either personally or in any of your companies? Yes, I believe. Okay, tell me was it a personal lawsuit or was it something that your companies were involved in? Personal. Okay, what was the lawsuit about? I can't say. Were you a plaintiff in the case where you were suing somebody or did you get sued? I was a defendant. Child, he learned the school of Mellow. Right, he learned at the school of Melody. I can't see him winning that case. Patricia. Let me tell you after I finish reading this. Y'all, I didn't get to finish reading this till right before I went live. So, oh my gosh. Hi, 1408. Wow. Marsau should now understand he is not the smartest one in the room. He should, right? Was it associated with personal injury? No. Was it a business deal that had gone sour that resulted in litigation? No. What was the nature of the case? What did they claim that you did? Had my name on a title and they were trying to clear it. Oh, that's the case that Blacktitanic was at. Had my name on the title, was trying to clear it. You see how he changing, how he sorry, and I'm sorry I can't answer all the questions because I'll keep y'all here all night. I'm so sorry.
So you guys know I did go and show you guys that where he had his name, where he was trying to pull this house from under Mr. Smith. Y'all know about that, you guys. This is the mindset that we're dealing with sitting at this table. Let's keep it going.
All right. Hey, Cinnamon Swirl. What was I gonna say? Sorry. That's the one, he was trying to get that house back from that man that had been paying the taxes for years. That's the one I think he's referring to, that Blacktitanic was in the courtroom, y'all, with the litigation. Okay, was that associated with a shopping center over on Oakwood Boulevard? No. Okay.
So you see how they misleading. They calling that a shopping center, you guys. This is how they boost stuff up. This is how they lie. A shopping center. So he's telling Zen Gardner, built a shopping center before. And what they talking about is black. Black has always been built. Black used to be a disco lounge, and then I heard it was cleaners, but that cleaner they must have built after I left.
Where was the property located? And it says it's public record 2221 Tanglewood Circle. Right, the house. Right, they already know about every lawsuit. They just trying to get you to answer questions they already know the answer to. Right. All right, so other than the title dispute, have you had any other lawsuits where you've been named personally, where you've been sued? I can't recall. And other than this lawsuit, have you ever been a plaintiff in a lawsuit? No. Either you or any company that you've had any ownership interest in? No. Have you ever been arrested for anything? Oh, this was a long one. Yes. Tell me about that. I had smoke coming out of my vehicle. I was pulled over. My vehicle was searched, and I was arrested for pollution. When was that? I don't recall. Where was that? Auburn Hills, Michigan. Okay. Other than a pollution arrest, have you been arrested for anything else? Yes. I was sitting at a gas station while working building in-ground pools, and I was randomly searched and didn't have proof of insurance. You were not moving? Correct. What were you charged with? No proof of insurance. That was here in Huntsville? No. Where was that? Somewhere in Michigan. Ooh, child. Hey, Soul Star Music Lover. All right. Other than the pollution.
So what I'm giving y'all is the background. This is the background of leading up to the hoax, right? This is the extent of their background. When it comes to building, you guys, there's no education, there's no on-the-job training, even with the M&M pools, y'all. They just get out there and just do something.
Charge in Michigan, and the no proof of insurance charge in Michigan. Any other arrest? Yes. I was following a police officer's car too closely. Okay. Any other arrest? Yes. Tell me about that. I had a license plate in my rear window, and the officer could not clearly see it. Ooh. They have never arrested anyone for pollution in Michigan. That's what he pled to. Oh, thank you, Shan. Legal Eagle. Was that also in Michigan? Yes. Okay, anything else? Yes. What? I walked between two officers' cars while they were on official police duty. So they were parked next to each other and you went in between them with their lights off. Was that the charge? Obstructing government operation, or what was the charge? Obstructing government operations. That was in Huntsville, Alabama. Okay, so we walked between two cops and they arrested you for obstructing government operations, and that was here in Huntsville. When was that? Maybe. I can't recall. I see the laughing. I'm going 3 times. No, 4 times. Hey, Gemini 1958. Yes, I'm happy to have you. Thank you. They don't arrest for this little stuff. He played them down. Shane, I was like, this don't sound like arrest-worthy stuff. It's the lies for me. All right. Let's see. Any other arrest? Owning an unsafe structure. Please mark this in your brains, because this is where
this is infinity property. Now, this is what they putting up for collateral, you guys. A burnt down structure that you got to go to jail over. Now, this is what she putting up for collateral. Check this out.
I'm like, okay, woo. So he got arrested for owning an unsafe structure, apparently. Where was the unsafe structure? 4101 Hunters Ridge Drive. Is that here in Huntsville? Yes. What kind of structure was it? I purchased apartment complex that had been burned, and I was unaware it had citations. They couldn't find the previous owners, but once I purchased it, they arrested me. All right. Hey, Native One. Does he?
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. In between time, we got to bring the disposition back because it matters. This is what leads up to the holts. So now, this is what they want to put up is infinity property, a broke down property, a burnt up, unsafe structure. The same stuff that they do. This girl is trying to borrow money from this lender so that they can do generational wealth between all 4 of them. But they're still scheming and scamming on how that they can get over on Melody. Because y'all on the thing, the man had no problems with Melody collateral host and host. That's where they meeting at right there at their office. He said he had no problem with it. But then this girl gonna put up infinity property out of all. Oh my God. Infinity property. The run down building that they say they bought that was already on fire. That marsau had to go to jail for. And you won't put this up as collateral? I don't know what they say, Kimmy, but whatever Kimmy putting up, something just started, she said. That's some dirty stuff, y'all. And then they expect for them to do it. They really underestimated Mel. They probably figured they could get over on Martell, but they underestimated Mel.
In one thing when they're doing another. Well, I appreciate you like always. You always do a great job, so thank you.
Thank you, Richard. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
So now the meeting with the architect and the property manager has become pointless.
Now look, they pulling in all the key players. The Holts got all their connection lined up. The property manager, they got everything. The architect, they have everything in place. They didn't have to do nothing but slide on in there and do the right thing. All right, y'all, let's keep it rolling.
Because now we just got this bad news about this loan.
And we have to fix that really before we can move forward at all.
That's right. I know you call me continuously asking, like, when are we going to get these homes built? But the thing is, it's the financing right now. It's 6 of us with the comeback group. We talked to the lender, the other 4. They're not strong enough to hold their own weight.
It's not even just the other 4. Out of the 4, only 2 of them are trying to go on the loan.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like a comeback group if everybody ain't participating.
That was good. She said coming back.
We having to stop all work. So we're waiting.
Okay, so what do you want me to do with subcontractors? What do you want me to just
tell them please to keep us in mind and don't get on a big project?
All the construction that's going around in the city.
Yeah, right.
It's a lot of options and places for contractors and subs to go right now.
Exactly.
So
with Holt Custom Homes having a reputation, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call the contractors, and based on you all's word.
You hear what he said? Because Holt's has custom home has a great reputation. He willing to do them this favor, but their brand was on the line. Their brand was on the line, and you guys know what? I saw one earlier where Tisha had the nerve to ask her, "Well, what brand? What is your brand? What do you do?"
I'm gonna keep it on ice for a week. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Holden Holtz has a
Players. They the Holt's got all their connection lined up. The property manager, they got everything. The architect,
the loan, which possibly could have helped ensure we got the loan. So maybe they're kind of feeling like, let me keep myself off of this just in case something goes wrong.
Or you maxed out.
Yeah, possibly. We just got back from Miami. I know we put a lot of things, to the side while we had some fun, but we still, of course, have to move on with how we're planning to proceed in terms of the comeback group, which was my idea originally for all of us to come back together, but we have some reserves at this point. I got a phone call from Richard. He was saying that the numbers were not working out in regards to the loan that we're trying to get for both properties. He was like, well, I've played with it some, and between the four of y'all, I said, wait, now 6 of us are doing this together, right? And he was like, I only have you and Martell and Tisha and Kimmy's information for the loan. So that's the only income I'm able to use, and that's not what we discussed in terms of the 6 of us taking on this endeavor together. What's up? Like, what's going on?
First of all, I can speak about my side of it. It's a company, right? And me and Kimmy are on the company. Kimmy's a signer on there, but my company is responsible for the debt, which means I'm responsible for the debt regardless. The way our company is set up is you only need one signature.
we put it under Infinity Property. I own Infinity Property. That's the reason Marsau is not on it, because I'm 85% owner of Infinity Property.
He still could have went on there as well.
He cannot.
That's like me going on the...
She's still 85% on everything, y'all. She said she 85% on scope. And they getting pissed off. He pissed off. They getting mad. They pissed off, y'all.
Only for you, and the car is in your name. You can. No, I can't.
But he still has income then from another company, so, right?
The Comeback Group is an entity. The Comeback Group has Infinity Properties in it. If I went on the loan as scope, it would be the Comeback Group and scope.
So why would he say it's a surprise to him?
What's the surprise to him?
That you two are not on the road.
And didn't want to be.
Who said it? Who's surprised?
Why? Richard.
I can tell you exactly why Richard, our lender, was surprised. He wasn't there when we set up the articles of organization. We had 3 separate companies that we were going to use to...
Y'all listen, man. Listen at these people. They done, oh my God. Y'all listen at this. Woo! God, Melody had to be on a lot of stress dealing with bird brains. Woo, Lord. None of them know what they talking about. None of them. None of them got no experience. None of them never worked. And Host got a fantastic reputation. Y'all heard what the man said. Ooh, Lord, what the, oh, God.
come together to form the Comeback Group. It was going to be Holt and Hope, it was going to be Scott Imperium, and it was going to be Infinity.
This was all written down in the articles as far as who's the primary and who's the signing. Seems to me somebody didn't read all of the articles.
Has everybody looked at it? Well, Melly read it to me. So
Under the articles of operation for the
We know what those articles say. I know what you're about to say about the company.
I'm saying the articles would need to be changed to have him on there by himself. Infinity's what's on the articles. So
Kimmy always seen her at a meeting. You didn't read the article. That woman read the article, Kimmy. She didn't get to be the top of her game and don't know contracts.
at what goes on the loan. It's just that simple.
He's thinking on the loan.
No, you can't.
He's thinking
You
on
guys
the loan.
are not, you have your mind made up on what you think, what you want to say, what you want to do. So you're not listening to what we're saying. We cannot move forward. You guys are not willing to listen.
We can't move forward if we're not all being
Coming to the
straight up.
table.
They can't move forward with just y'all too. It's not enough for anything. What is it? Together y'all make about $10. Your company worth $5. Her company worth $5 or $2 or $3, $8 at the most for both companies. Anyway, y'all, they coming to this table and just, I guess they feel like they can just take over. They're actors. They already went over all their lines that they want to say. But ain't nobody them hooks ain't finna be paying no money out for y'all or taking out no loan by themselves to build a community and y'all reap the rewards.
This loan is supposed to have 6 people on it, not just the holts and 2 companies with no clout. Most of the risk and responsibility falling on us is not something we're trying to do.
Unless the loan is strictly on us.
Coming out on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
This is just fantastic.
You give us 2 companies with no clout. Ooh, what can I do with that? Cricket.
That 2019. And going back to your time at Alabama A&M when you were obtaining your business admin degree and you said you studied some computer science, did you take any building science while you were at A&M? No. What about while you were taking graduate courses at UAH in business analytics? Did you take any building science courses? No. Okay. Was M&M Pools, was it incorporated? Were there any other people who were paid for their efforts who held a similar position as yours at Infinity Properties? There was no response. Don't know who.
So y'all, you can see this is the collateral they trying to put up for the host, y'all, to get this loan, this multi-million-dollar loan to start a building project.
But know that if I wanted to find that information out, I don't know, it's not my company. Okay, so you and your wife never talked about her business at Infinity Properties, not to the capacity of the questions you're asking. Okay, well, in any capacity, yes. Okay, and so you don't know if there was anybody else that was doing something similar to what you were doing for her in the property world, purchasing and renovating commercial real estate? No response. Any of your brothers work for her? Quite certain that she had other people do construction, but I don't know who. All right, you didn't run the projects that she had other people doing? No. Did you run the projects, the four projects that Infinity Properties either purchased or renovated? I've ran 4 of the properties that they've done. Okay, and was that a purchase and renovate deal that they did? The 4 projects that you worked on? I don't know. Okay, was it a renovate deal as far as you know? Some were, some weren't. What was the first thing that you did for Infinity Properties? The first project, 4101 Hunters Ridge. And that one is the one that you got arrested for? The unsafe structure? Yes. His whole life is no response. Right.
So the unsafe structure, you guys, right? That's what they putting up for collateral. And the one that he went to jail for. Let's keep it going.
Oh shit. He thinks it's funny. Yep. Hey, Luvinia Kimball. Native one, I don't know if I said hey, Mary Kelly. Okay. The attorney says, now, all right, so did you own Hunters Ridge or did Infinity Properties own Hunters Ridge? Both. Okay, did y'all buy that? Did you have some other company or individually? Did you purchase the 4101 Hunters Ridge? No. I don't even know how you answer no to that kind of question. Left her out to dry. All right, who purchased 4101 Hunters Ridge? Myself and my wife. Individually, not as Infinity Properties. Not as Infinity Properties. Excuse me. Did Letitia get arrested too for owning an unsafe structure? No. Okay, so they just arrested you. All right, so how many units were in 4101 Hunters Ridge? 12. 12 units. How many buildings did the complex, or in the complex, was it just one? Yes, it was one. And you said that it had been damaged by a fire. So I assume that there was some renovation work done on that. Is that correct, or did y'all flip it? I wouldn't classify as renovation. What did you do? Demolish and rebuild. Now listen to his definition of demolish. Did you have any role in the demolition of the building? Yes. What was your role? To manage the general contractor that was demolishing the building. I made myself a note. I said, this is me trending, making myself a note. I said, this is interesting because a large part of Scott's rationale for their partial summary judgment request is that Vishal Shah did not have enough experience to oversee the general contractor, which would be Marsau. But Marsau oversaw a general contractor from ABSI Engineering. Oh, hold on, what did I say? I think I just said very interesting again. Because again, remember his educational background, we just gone over, okay?
No.
Who is the general contractor? I believe it was ABSI Engineering. Okay, and was the building demolished? I believe so. All right, was it ever renovated or was it ever rebuilt? Yes. Who rebuilt it? Who was the general contractor? ABSI. Was Scout in existence then? Scout Industries? No. All right, what year was the Hunters Ridge project started? 2010. I know, Chrissy. I'll just take everything right. Oh my goodness. What date was this deposition? Oh, this was in May. It was it took it on. I don't want to scroll back up, but it was in May. Like the late May, the real VB. It was in late May. Yes, a whole clown. Okay. Hold on. Did you have any ownership interest in ABSI? No. All right. What was the next project other than that you worked on for Infinity Properties after 4101 Hunters Ridge? I would say 4212 Oakwood Avenue. What is located at 4212 Oakwood Avenue? It was Hayes Cleaners. Well, did Infinity Properties purchase 4212 Oakwood Avenue? Yes. And there was a dry cleaning business that was located there. Correct. All right. What happened to the building after it was purchased by Infinity Properties? It was demolished and rebuilt. What was rebuilt? The building. Okay. What type of building went up? Was it a multifamily? Remember, that's what he says he does, multifamily. No. What was it? A restaurant. Now, was it demolished?
Now, remember, this man is lying, y'all. Keep it going.
I mean, where it was flattened and pushed off with a bulldozer and cleaned up, and then another building was constructed from an all-new foundation, or was it just a renovating of that building, or how did that work? Everything was demolished besides the steel structure. New foundation was poured, some structural steel was erected, new roof, new walls, new skin, new mechanical, electrical, plumbing. That don't sound like a demolition to me, but I don't know. Yeah, she thought it was a flex. That's a very good question, P2 Ross. So you just had some bones left and then hung the meat back on it, if that's how you wish to describe it. All right, so who is the GC on the 4212 Oakwood Avenue job? Scout Industries. Where did that come from, the name Scout? Okay, here we go. This is where we're getting into Scout, and this is where he was starting to piss me off because he doesn't give Miss Van her credit. Melody is not even mentioned in here. I just want to point that out. And he gives Martell way too much credit. So I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm sorry. Just if you be creative with your words and not put the actual words in the chat, please.
Speed up just a little bit.
Asking. One building, 3 retailers. Okay. Was the building demolished and refurbished, or demolished and rebuilt, or what went on? It was renovated. So no demolition, some demolition. Who was the GC that did the renovation? Scout Industries. Was it? And this obviously is not multifamily, right? Correct. Okay, so we've got 3 projects so far. What's the 4th project? 101 Lewis Lane. This is sounding familiar. That's where you live? That's correct. And is 101 Lewis Lane a single family dwelling? Yes. What was done there? Demo and renovation. Okay, it wasn't a complete tear down. Correct. Okay, all right. Those are the 4 projects. Well, did Scout do the GC work on general contracting work on the 101 Lewis Lane project? No. Who did that? Owner retained permits and various contractors. Okay, y'all didn't have a GC. I didn't have a license at that time. Who else have you worked with after the Infinities, or have you worked with anybody else since then? Or sorry, I'm gonna get back up to the top. I don't mind him not mentioning Mel and Mama Van because they won't be involved in this mess. They still wouldn't even